Welcome to this Football Manager 2019 experiment where I have holidayed 50 years into the future. In fact, it's just over 50 years into the future because I've holidayed until the end of the 2068-69 season. So in this video, I'm going to have a look around to see what's happened in world football. I have loaded a few leagues, a few European leagues. We'll have a look at the World Cup, World's Best Player, all of that stuff as well. But if you enjoy this video, it'd be much appreciated if you can hit that like button. And also, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for more Football Manager 2019 content. I thought the most obvious place to start in this video would be the World Cup. Since the start of this save then, we've seen Brazil, France, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, England, Germany, England, Italy, Switzerland and Spain win those World Cups. Switzerland, I guess, is the most obvious surprise package there. England have managed to win it twice as well. With the runners-up, I suppose the biggest surprise would be Russia in 2050. Holland have finished runners-up once. They've still failed to win the World Cup. Croatia have also managed to finish runners-up again in 2054. Third place, we've seen Morocco finish third. Belgium have finished third a couple times. Switzerland most recently, so they seem to be quite powerful in world football. So Germany are top of the world rankings, currently ahead of Spain, Brazil, Italy and England. There's no real surprises in this. I'll scroll down to the bottom so you can see you might be from a particular nation. In fact, in the comment section below, let me know where in the world you're from, where you're watching this video from. I get so many views from all over the world. It's amazing to see my YouTube analytics, actually, to see where you guys are watching from. Anyway, let's scroll. Keep scrolling. There's so many nations. Who's going to be bottom? We'll find out in a second when I reach the bottom. It is, oh, nearly there. 210th, San Marino and Liechtenstein. These nations don't fit onto the rankings. Let's move on to the Euros then. So since the start of this save, we've seen England win it in 2002. England have won it 5 times. Spain have won it 3 times, Italy twice, Portugal have won it, Germany have only won it once, and France have only won it once. Runners-up wise, there's nothing massively surprising here. Serbia, the biggest surprise, but it's 2068, so a lot has happened since then. Yeah, it's quite predictable, really. You can see the hosts as well. Sweden recently hosted the 2068 European Championships. Here's the Champions League then. There's been a lot of Champions Leagues, of course, because we've holidayed 50 years into the future. For those of you that don't play Football Manager, holidayed, what does it mean? You're probably wondering. Basically, I just simulate the game into the future. I make myself unemployed. I don't take control of any team on the game. I just simulate it into the future. So that's what that means. Anyway, the first Champions League title was actually won by Man United. They were then runners-up twice. People are going to say English dominance here, aren't they? But you'll see later on it does actually change. I won't read out every single winner because you can hopefully see for yourself if you're watching the video rather than just listening. We saw Leipzig win it in 2044, Monaco the year after. Leipzig won it again, and you'll see a bit more dominance from the German teams in a bit. In fact, from this point onwards, I mean, this is huge. Espanyol won it in 2056. They beat Lille in the final. That is an amazing final. Great stuff. And then Schalke dominate, absolute dominate from 2058 onwards. They've managed to win it, 7 times, is that? Alaves won it in 2066. That is a massive shock as well, beating Dortmund in the final. What's happened to Barcelona and Real Madrid? Barcelona did win it in 2065, to be fair. But that is so interesting. There's been no English winners since Man United in 2054. So the English dominance does appear to have ended. We'll do the same for the Euro Cup then. I'll just scroll up quickly. From 2018-19 season was won by Valencia. Then Spurs won it a couple of times. We've seen Bournemouth win it. Liverpool have featured. Valencia again. Alaves there. Stoke have managed to win it. Espanyol. Watford have won it 3 times there. Wolfsburg, Napoli. Most recently Wolfsburg, Nantes last year. Wow, there's been some surprise winners of these competitions, which I'm pleased to see. Moving on to the domestic leagues then. I've not loaded every single league. That would have taken ever to holiday into the future, but I have loaded the English Premier League and a couple others as well. So we'll start, as you can see, 2018-19 was won by Man City, but we did move into a period of dominance from Man United. Liverpool did win the title eventually, 2022, as you can see there. Runners up quite a few times as well. But the top 3, there's no surprises here at the moment, but it will change, I promise you. Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool all winning it there. Have we seen Arsenal win it? I don't think so. But then, suddenly, right here, let's move up. Boom. West Brom. West Brom dominant in England. They won 5 seasons in a row. Absolutely bizarre. Then Man United, then West Brom again, then Liverpool, then West Brom. Strange. Watford have won it a couple of times. They've won it 3 times, in fact. West Brom then won it again, and they've won the last 2 with Stoke runners-up. This is amazing. Why are West Brom dominant in England? We'll have to look at them. We just have to, don't we? They've suddenly turned into this crazy dominant English team. I'm using the word dominant a lot in this episode. 4.5-star reputation, managed by this German chap. They're obviously all regions by this point. Their key player is this guy, 28 years old, 78 caps for Germany. Looks pretty insane. So, yeah. In fact, let's look at their finances. Where's the finances? I'm not sure we can look at their finances. I think we can just see that they're rich or something. It's all different now. I'm trying to work my way around FM19. Here we go. They are rich. That's all we can see. They're rich. And they were predicted to finish first. So it does show how dominant they are in English football. We'll just look at the most recent season then. So top of the table, ahead of Stoke City, 7 points clear. Liverpool and Tottenham make up the top 4. Brighton 5th. Man City 6th. Man United down in 7th. They were dominant early on in this save, but have dropped. Arsenal down in 12th, finishing below the likes of Newcastle and West Ham. Barnsley managed to get to the top flight before getting relegated this season. There's nothing really. I mean, Barnsley are probably the biggest surprise package in the Premier League here. Let's have a look at the top goal scorer in the Premier League. Plays for Man United, an Australian, 64 goals and 82 caps for Australia. Looks like a phenomenal player. Interesting. I'm just going to scroll down the Championship, down the English League, so you can see where teams are. So that is the Championship. Bristol City champions with Peterborough and Norwich going up. Mansfield up in the Championship, getting relegated. This is League One. Charlton winning the league. Birmingham second with Chester going up via the playoffs. Port Vale, Hereford, Crewe and Swindon relegated. If you spot anything that I don't shout out, then stick it in the comment section below. I can't spot everything whilst I'm talking and trying to look at everything, all over the screen. I will miss surprising things, I'm sure, as I go through this video. By the way, I am planning on doing 100 years in the future if my computer lets me holiday that far without burning up. Anyway, League 2, Wigan won the league with Plymouth, Alfreton and Burton going up. Cheltenham and Kidderminster relegated. Did I go down? Yeah, I did go down to the National League. I couldn't remember if I'd loaded it, but I did. So Tranmere and Doncaster going up. Billericay, Bristol Rovers, Chelmsford and Ebbsfleet going down. National League North. I wonder if there's any teams in here that, Scunthorpe at this level, that's quite low for them, isn't it? FC United still stuck in the National League North. And then the National League South, Crawley just gone up. Gillingham are stuck in there. Dagenham and Redbridge. There's not really any other massive surprises, I don't think. These are the winners of the FA Cup. For those of you that are interested, I'll just go from here and just scroll up a bit and you can see the winners. West Brom dominating in recent years. Liverpool as well. Liverpool won the most recent one. Carabao Cup. I'm sure it won't be called the Carabao Cup by this point in the future. Huddersfield managed to win it. West Brom again. Wolves. Barnsley managed to win this competition. Brighton. Chelsea have won the last 2. I've loaded the Bundesliga as well, which is now licensed on FM19, of course. So Bayern Munich dominated early on, but we did see Dortmund win it a couple of times, and Bayer Leverkusen. Leipzig have managed to win it. Schalke, and in recent years it's been Schalke, Leipzig and Bayern Munich that have been the dominant 3 in the Bundesliga. So La Liga is where things have gone a bit crazy because we've, of course, seen Espanyol and Alaves win the Champions League. But in the early days, it's those big 3 winning it. Atletico Madrid did win it once, but it was really about Barcelona and Real Madrid before Valencia won it in 2045. Then Alaves winning it 6 seasons in a row. Espanyol have won it only once, actually. Alaves have won it recently. Barcelona then had a really big period of dominance. Espanyol really unlucky. Look, they've won it once, but how many times they finished second? It's crazy. But let's look at... Oh, wow. It's just... What's happened to them? How did they do this? Period of dominance, dropped off again, then back to their best. They're a 5-star reputation team. That's amazing. We'll have to have a look at the European team rankings. Espanyol as well. They are 5 stars. In fact, La Liga must be full of... It must be the best division in Europe by quite a long way. It's not. It's the 4th. That is a surprise considering how many 5-star teams there are. But you've got the La Liga, then Bundesliga, then Ligue 1 is the second best division, and then the Premier League. I don't even know if I loaded Ligue 1. I did, I think. But PSG, we didn't see them win the Champions League though. that many times. They may have won it a couple of times, but it doesn't ring a bell as being a team that dominated in the Champions League. In terms of league, they're obviously dominating, with Monaco winning it here and there. Lyon managed to win it a few times, Marseille, but PSG have won the last 6 titles. I forgot to load Serie A, so I think. Yeah, so we can see who won it, but we can't really see it in great detail. Sorry about that. Why didn't I load Serie A? Apologies to any Italians watching. But you can see who won the league, who finished in the top 3. Juventus dominating here and there, but Milan have managed to win the most recent league title. So that might explain why they're 5th here, because I didn't load it properly. Portuguese Premier League 6th, then the Dutch leagues, Ukrainian league, Belgian league. Looking at clubs then, so PSG have the best rating. Then Leipzig, then Schalke, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. So the English teams have really dropped off. West Brom are the top English team, but look at all these 5-star teams above them. There's so many 5-star teams. Nice are in there, Espanyol and Alaves, and Schalke, of course, at the top as well. So Watford up there with West Brom, Man United and Liverpool. So there's various awards for players. We'll start with World Team of the Year. See the sort of players featuring, or the clubs featuring. We've got West Brom player in there. Obviously Schalke have been dominant recently. That's interesting to see. We'll go up to World Player of the Year and then scroll down to see who won the early ones, because those are the real life players, of course. So we started, if it lets me scroll properly, Messi winning it twice in a row. Then Mbappe started to dominate. So Mbappe stayed with PSG, 322 goals in 595 games for PSG, 199 caps for France, 1 off 200. Why didn't he play one more? 104 goals, retired at the age of 36. Let's just have a look at Messi. He retired at 35. And of course, he stayed with Barcelona. But Mbappe managed to win it 3 years in a row before a Man City French player managed to win 123 caps for France in his career. He was a manager for a while by the looks of it, but yeah, played for Man City for a long time, as you can see there. Starts at Lyon and then moved to Monaco. Let's scroll up. So then Mbappe won it 3 more years in a row. You might see some other players featuring. Cool, what is that hairstyle? Salah. Look, he managed to win it at the age of, second at the age of 33. Sorry, but this was the first regen to win it. Jose Wellison, a Brazilian. Then Mbappe won it again. This chap, what is he on? What is that hair? I mean, the regen faces overall are better on FM19. I mean, this is fine. These ones are fine. There's more variety, but there's some hilarious ones which I kind of like because they add a bit of comedic value to Football Manager, I suppose. But Mbappe was still featuring here at the age of 32. If we go up, keep going, you can see the players and the teams featuring. They're all regions, of course, by now. Bayern Munich players featuring heavily. That's some nice ginger hair there. James Taylor, a Scottish player, featuring on the World Player of the Year list. Leipzig now managed to win a couple in a row. Then Juan for PSG. Then a Monaco player. Then a Leipzig player. Let's scroll up a bit faster then. So Leipzig dominating it. In fact, this guy, Carlos Alexandra, Brazilian, 143 caps. He's the new Pele, isn't he? He must be. 92 goals in 143 games for his country. That's amazing. Then we had an English player winning it, Robert Brunskill for West Brom. 171 caps for England, 109 goals. That is crazy, but brilliant. I love it. Let's keep going. Then we had some French players. French players always dominate this thing. We've obviously had Mbappe, and now some regens as well. Different regens as well, all different French ones. Now we had a South Korean player for Liverpool winning. He's still playing at the age of 35. 149 goals in 143 games for South Korea. I love this side of Football Manager. When you get so far into the future, of these insane regens that score so many goals. It's really ridiculous. Paraguayan has managed to win it quite recently. He's 33 now. He's got loads of goals for his country as well. But Choi Kyung-hwan has managed to win it 6 times in total. Wow. And most recently, we've had a Portuguese player, Nesta Vigas, a 23-year-old striker for PSG. He's only got 12 on finishing, but his physicals are pretty insane. Everything else is pretty insane about him apart from his finishing, really. But he's managed to win World Player of the Year. Let's look at the second guy, Englishman, Sean Marchant. Looks not bad, 53 goals in 65 games for England. And a German, Andreas Mockel, who looks good as well. It's mainly strikers winning these awards. I assume it's probably the same for World Golden Ball and Footballer of the Year. There's so many different awards now. Oh, this is different. We've got an Ivorian featuring. He plays for Bayern Munich. Goalkeeper of the year. Let's just go back to the real life goalkeepers and see who managed to win it. So it was Oblak in 2019, then Alisson, then Courtois. A bit of variety here. De Gea, Edison, different goalkeepers every year. That's nice to see. Are there any wonder kids? Ah, yeah, Donnarumma, who, of course, is a wonder kid. He's gone on to win it. Then we had a regen goalkeeper win it a few times. I won't show all these because you don't know who these guys are. I could honestly look at this all day. There's just so much. This is the World Club Championships. I know I've not really shown much outside of Europe. I think I loaded the MLS, actually. Let's have a quick look at the MLS. Yeah, I did. We can have a look at the winners then of the MLS Cup. So I'll just scroll up and you can see a bit of variety. Obviously, there's not a huge amount of variety. Orlando City won the most recent one. But I think we'll end it there. I could do this forever and we could go round in circles looking at so much different stuff. But I am going to holiday another 50 seasons and we'll get to 100 years in the future. And then possibly I'll do more than one video on that and I can have a look at things and take requests. We shall see. But thank you for watching this video 50 years in the future. If you did enjoy it, remember, please hit that like button. But until next time, enjoy Football Manager 2019. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.